We're back.
Yay! We're actually really live this time.
Yeah, we did really, truly attempt this at 11.
Like 9 minutes worth of recording, and then we were like, why are we getting like nothing?
Nothing, no response, and we thought you didn't love us.
So we decided to stop it, and it turns out like we didn't record it at all. So we're having some internet connectivity problems, but we are back, baby.
We're here.
So, hi, let's talk about some Diamond Awards.
Well, first of all, we had 530 of you attend the Diamond Awards this year, which was a record-breaking number for us. So thank you all for attending, and we received 25% of 25% response rate on the survey we sent out. So thank you so much to those of you who did fill that out. I know, we're given surveys all the time, places we've shopped, things we've bought, and so forth, and it's really easy to just skip over that. But we appreciate your feedback, and we just want you to know we're listening. We hear you.
Yeah, like I never do the feedback whenever Amazon asks me to do it. So, like, I truly appreciate it. Like, I really love survey. I love surveying you. I really do.
She likes spreadsheets too.
And spreadsheets. Nerd. Okay.
So and another thing, if you have a question or a response that pops up throughout this, we'll follow back up with you, and
we'll write about it in the comments. We'll talk about it in the comments later. Sorry, that was terrible. Super punny today. Okay, before we get started too, though, I wanted to talk about my favorite respondent, who I don't know who you are, but you're a troll, and I love you. So, this person, I have no idea. It just makes me laugh so hard. But it's like, so what were your thoughts on the food? My chicken tasted like a Chinese dog's tail. Like, I don't even know what that means.
Yummy.
I don't even know what a Chinese dog's tail. I don't even know. But winner recognition. Why don't they get to wear crowns? That is a really good point. But whoever you are, like, I just really appreciated all of your answers. Your favorite part was the popcorn, and you said that the picture-taking lady should give everyone a sucker when she's finished taking pictures. So, I love it. I totally would do that if I had more suckers.
And we might add that in next year.
Yeah, that would be good.
Be prepared.
Maybe get a sponsorship opportunity.
A sucker sponsorship.
Yeah. Hello, sucker. All right, cool. Let's get down to business, though. For realsies, let's talk about food. Overall, you guys loved the food that we had this year. We had a filet entree. We had chicken, salmon, vegetarian. One person said the food was good, just not enough for the price.
And I definitely want to address the pricing. We will... PTAA always wants to create the most value for the price of any event that we offer you. And with this particular event, because we have so many of you who attend, we want to make it special for you. And Diamond Awards is special for us. So we had a fun time picking a new venue this year, especially a venue that would be able to fit the amount of people who would be attending.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Greensboro, there's just not a lot of options out there. In Winston-Salem, not a whole lot of options for groups our size.
But the things that we're paying for with that registration price.
We are paying for food, but we're also paying to rent the space. We're paying for great music, DJ, dance floor.
The awards.
The theme.
The actual trophies.
The decoration, the ambiance, the trophies. Oh, yeah, those beautiful crystal trophies are...
all that goes into like what the ticket price is. So whenever several people commented that it was a little expensive or pricey, but that your ticket price wasn't covering food. It's covering the entire event.
Yeah, it's a lot like planning a wedding.
Every
year. We get married every year here.
It's so much planning. Oh, we have our first phone call. Okay. Perhaps they should ask how you want your steak cooked. That's virtually impossible with as
this
many
size.
People that we have. We can't cook steaks to temperature that you want. So, but we
would
love you.
That would be nice, though,
I know,
because I would have loved that.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Well, me too. But under like the waiter's recommendation, I ended up getting the salmon because the steak was,
Of course, we ate much later than everyone else.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of that, though, this salad. Everyone loved the salad.
I wish I had gotten it.
I loved it. Like, it was great. I told the waiter, though, that he didn't bring it initially, and I was just like,
gotta have it.
Salad. Like, I need it. Like, it looks so good. But anytime strawberries are on salad, I'm going to want it.
And dessert. We'll talk about dessert.
Oh, yeah.
Some liked it. Mm-hmm. Some didn't.
I had the apple one.
I had the apple tart as well.
It didn't look very good, but it tasted amazing.
Yeah,
it was really good.
And we may consider different options for next year, just to spice things up and just keep it exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much overall food, everybody was happy with it. Yeah. Now, let's talk about the MC, Michelle Kennedy. She's with WXII, and we wanted to know if you thought she was a positive addition to the ceremony.
We have had a long-standing partnership with WXII through our annual food drive with Second Harvest Food Bank, and so we were thrilled to have Michelle Kennedy MC our event here at Diamond Awards. It just seemed like a nice continuation of our partnership, and
for the most part, I think everyone else liked her too.
Yeah.
But the comments that we just saw over and over, like 50-something comments, was basically about the noise.
Not being able to hear her or other sponsors up on stage. I have talked with our venue, and we have a great plan in place should we continue this awards banquet at the Empire Room next year. Mm-hmm. They definitely suggest that we have more speakers put in the back of the room so that everyone can hear a little bit better, or hopefully a lot better, honestly. Mm-hmm. We can also choose to move a couple of our bar stations outside in the lobby area, and that may take away some of the noise that we'll hear. Just a little bit of help acoustically with that, I think will certainly help with the noise and the chatter.
Agree with you there, but also we had I just spaced.
Well, what I'll say about the chatter, we definitely want you to have fun at this event and talk with your friends and network and socialize.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's like 500 people there. We want everybody to be quiet, but it's almost, you can't like tell people, hey, be quiet. But that's where we kind of need you to step in too, that you know that this is a huge night for so many people, and maybe the people at your table, if you have someone that's a regional or an executive, or I mean even like your colleagues, just hold each other responsible for being quiet.
Yeah, so hopefully we can allow maybe a little bit more time in the beginning for you to network and socialize, and we certainly try to do that with our after party offering, just more ways that you can socialize and network with one another. So we'll do our best next year. We'll incorporate some things, and hopefully we'll see an improvement next year on that.
Okay, nominee recognition. This year we recognized our nominees on email blast, Facebook, the slideshow. We had the program, the gold stars on the wall. We just asked if you guys thought that they were adequately recognized. And, I mean, for the most part, you guys saw everything that we did and were, like, pleased with it. A comment that we had that we just hadn't ever considered before was to have some sort of sticker on the name tag to say if the person was a nominee or not. And
I love this idea.
I cannot believe that we had not ever thought about that before. Yeah. It's such a great idea.
I want to do that next year for sure.
I think that's such a good idea. A slideshow of past winners, instead of doing that, to do a slideshow of all the nominees, like before the awards begin. That, again, like, I love that idea, but there just are problems that come with that.
There's a challenge. We end up with, I think this year it might have been 118 nominees. I know it was over 100. And we ask for everyone to turn in a picture with their application. And probably less than 50% will actually do that. So I do have to call back on you and say, hey, please send me a picture.
But really, whenever you turn in your application, please send us a good quality headshot. And if not, we can actually take one here for you for a very, very small fee. Very small.
But you get to keep it forever. You get to
and
keep
use it on all your social media. But it's so much better than a selfie. But also, this year we did the finalists actually on the PowerPoint, their photos, and that went over well. So I think that was really good. There could be a screen at the front of the room near the stage for better coverage of the presentation.
It does depend on the venue that you hold. A lot of the venues will give you one screen that comes with your rental, and then you might have to spend extra money to get additional screens that size. it's quite pricey. Or it could be that, like in the case of the Empire room, the way the room was set up, we could have switched it and made it a vertical room instead of a horizontal room, but I think there would have been more issues
with sound, like in the back
with
too.
that. We totally understand that comment, and we'll do the best we can there.
So winner recognition, 62, said absolutely yes, that they felt that all of them were recognized adequately, and that's really truly important to us. Again, it was brought up about the noise. It was kind of hard to hear exactly why that they won, but most of the people said that they really loved hearing all the stories about why that the winners won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we love writing those up because, all the nominees are winners, and some of the categories are honestly so unbelievably close. It is insane. So we really like to highlight who our winners are and why they are a winner and why they do stand out. So we will definitely continue doing that.
Absolutely. Do you want to go for a length of the program?
Okay. So for the length of the program, we do recognize that we started later than we intended, and with this being a new venue for us to hold this event, we didn't adequately prepare, I think, for what parking issues may be. We didn't know. We knew there would be some parking issues, but we ended up starting our program a little late because we wanted to allow time for the latecomers to find a place to park and to get in so they wouldn't miss any of the fun. That played a part in it lasting a little longer.
Yeah, but
than normal.
63 people said that it was just right. So
yeah.
I feel like someone actually said it just seemed really more condensed. So it really is just how you're taking it.
We've changed that a lot over the last couple of years. We've added things in, we've taken some things out, and I think we'll probably continue to do that year after year.
Somebody said that it was a little bit long in the tooth. And I still...
in the tooth?
I don't really know what that means.
Maybe they meant it was a little long to tell you the truth?
No, it says long in the tooth.
Long in the tooth.
I love that. I don't know what it means, but it's
maybe
fine.
They had spinach in their teeth?
Okay, after party.
All right.
There were some of you that went. It wasn't highly attended, but the people that went loved it. So I enjoyed taking the photos.
The photos looked awesome.
I wish I was 20 again. 21.
I wish I looked like that in a dress.
God,
oh my goodness,
for real.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah,
those pictures.
Lucky girls. Okay. What was your favorite part of the program? So, networking, friends, the actual awards part, the food. People talked about dressing up, the theme, decor.
Clearly, without a doubt, being able to dress up and theme this out was what stood out the most, and people just had such a good time. I would honestly, if we ever get to do an event where people can dress up like this again, I would love to have best dress.
I wish
something.
That would be so fun.
I know,
but I almost want to do the same theme every single year because so many people loved it. I know we can't, but I just loved it so much, and everybody. I loved seeing how into it people got. Marketing it was super fun. It was great. It was a great theme.
Yeah. So something we would love to get from you is if you have any great ideas for theming, and maybe if you'd like to dress up in a certain way or era, please let us know. We would love that feedback.
So another favorite part, so the salad.
The salad
again. The salad rearing its head again. Too many to name. We love comments like that.
Yeah.
What was your least favorite part?
Least favorite, I would say the comment that stood out the most to us in reading this was the noise during the program and not being able to hear through the whole thing. So that stood out a lot.
People were embarrassed that that people were talking over the winners, the reading of the winners.
Parking was a challenge. But those seem to be the only two.
Some people loved that it was downtown. Some people hated that it was downtown. I mean, if we do it again downtown, we had another comment, another idea that we could do like a park and ride kind of thing to bus the people in. Which
I like that idea.
It could be a really good idea. I love that it was downtown, but some people said for Winston people, downtown Greensboro is inconvenient. Why not the Embassy again? We tried to cover that before with the amount of people.
Yeah.
Yep. Paul. Yeah, well, I don't know if there are managers.
Should I get rid of that?
Yeah, I don't know. Paul, we're busy right now. Okay. Okay.
So, a couple of other things that were kind of least favorites on here. One was that someone really wishes that last year's winners could present or co-present with this year's winner, and we've done that in years past, and we actually received feedback not to do that
because it made it too long to have like both of those people, the sponsor and past winners, come up to the stage. Made it too long.
The planning of that and what they do took a little bit more time. So that's challenging. It's something to consider going forward. But
another person said walking in heels was their least favorite part. I totally get that.
Get that one.
Wearing Spanx was an issue. Hey, Paul.
Hey, how are you?
But you know what? I brought flats too, and I changed into those halfway through.
I would wear like no shoes at all if I could.
I know, me too.
Yeah. And one other thing that stood out to me, I think one person mentioned seating arrangements, that we had a lot of reserved tables. We're back. Sorry. Connection issue.
Super sad for a second. Like,
but again, the seating arrangements, we do have a lot of reserved tables for companies. And I do connect us.
Hi. We're connected again.
What I would like to do,
say it faster. Okay,
is reserved of 10 only, but no partial tables. So if, for example, if your company has 24 people attending, I will only reserve 2 tables of 10.
So no more.
And that third table will just not be reserved. I'm so sorry.
As far as like walking in heels, we can't help you out with that one.
We can't help you with that. But I will say this: a ton of you said there was no least favorite part. That you loved everything.
Yeah, which is super nice.
So thank you. We did too.
Overall comments. This is going to be our last section. Let's see. We talked about, somebody said Friday. I love that in some levels, but on some too, like people would get so much negative feedback about that, I think. Just because of family time and people don't...
Just what we've heard with events that we've held on weekends and so forth, it's kind of been hard. All right.
Some people said first class events, everything was great. Location, they loved it.
And I know I touched on other venues that we've had the Diamond Awards in the past. The Marriott at Airport, I don't even know if they can hold 400 people. And again, remember, we had 530.
And we were at the capacity.
We were at capacity at Empire Room. Embassy Suites, which we've loved as well, I think their capacity is 510. So unless we put a cap on our attendees, I don't think we could use those 2 venues.
Part of me kind of wants to do that.
We might register early next year.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. But also, we had some really great feedback about maybe adding a couple of new categories.
Yeah, and some categories that have been mentioned to us have been groundskeeper, porter of the year.
Oh, you're getting a phone call. We have some fans.
No. Decline.
Okay.
So, groundskeeper, porter of the year. Love it. I hope we can make that happen. We'll have to bring it to the Diamond Awards Committee.
Make sure it doesn't make it way too long. Right. Yeah, because we'll definitely hear about that too.
And then executive professional of the year, because we do have a corporate professional of the year, but that does exclude COOs, CEOs, presidents of companies, owners,
etc.
So we would like to incorporate that award too, if we can, next year.
And then also a student community manager of the year.
Okay, so while I don't think that we're going to be able to separate community manager from a student community manager or an affordable housing community manager or yada yada, so forth. What we are in the process of doing right now is editing our Community Manager of the Year application, as well as our Assistant Manager of the Year application, as well as Leasing Professional categories, to make sure that you have a place to notate if you're a student community, a conventional community, a lease up, and then what we'll do is let our judges know this is the industry average in our area for occupancy at a student community, for occupancy at a conventional community, so forth. So we're just making it a bit more detailed to really differentiate the differences between student housing, conventional housing, and affordable housing. So we will incorporate some changes there.
So really though, thank you all for everyone who took the time to fill out these surveys, to give us such thoughtful and thorough answers. We appreciate your time in doing that for us.
And another shout out to the Diamond Awards Committee, because honestly, without that team of people, the Diamond Awards couldn't happen.
Yeah, this was a tough wedding to plan.
This was a tough wedding, and it was a wedding with a lot of people.
Yeah, but it was great. Like, it's probably been my favorite one so far.
It's definitely been my most favorite Diamond Award so far.
But and also, if talking about this has brought, if you have any other questions about maybe what the Diamond Awards process is, I still think that there are some people that are not familiar with exactly how a winner's chosen. But we were happy to talk to you about that if you want to give us a call, maybe put something in the comments here, and we can address it later.
Yeah, certainly.
All right, cool.
All right.
Oh, also Amy Reynolds is the best. Yeah, you're welcome. She helps us out with the Diamond Awards a lot, too. And she's awesome.
Oh, my goodness.
John is also here.
And he's helpful, and he brings us back to reality sometimes.
John's the best.
And he takes us out of reality sometimes, too, with awesome ideas.
He's the best, though. He's the best boss. This is a great place.
Yes,
we love PTAA, and we love you guys as members. So thank you, and thanks for tuning in. That one person who I really think is just Amy and Paul. All right. Bye.
Bye.